We're here in Seattle. Two of the best teams in the game square off. It's the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Seattle Mariners. Dinger alert, Singy. This guy's gone yard more than anyone in the league so far.
Yeah, Boog, I've had this one marked on my calendar all week. He changes games with one swing. Seriously, though, why do they keep pitching to him? Just a launching pad.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. And taking the ball for Seattle. Ryan Wu. What do you got on him, Chris?
Well, you can see his whip is a little above the league average. Not bad, but I think in this one he's going to need to control that a little bit better. Try to limit hitters from getting on base. Stay in that windup instead of the stretch. And when he does allow base runners, be able to throw a pitch. He's going to get a swing and miss, get out of the inning so that a base hit doesn't do more damage and put his team behind the 8 ball.
That one finds the corner, and the count 1-2. On the ground, Polanco tosses to first, and an easy out to start the game. Here's the Guardians lineup now. And one to watch, of course, their 3-hole hitter, Jose Altuve.
And Boog, he's a fun at bat to watch. I mean, definitely a threat whenever he's got that bat in his hands. But for me, it's all about the mechanics. They're so sound. And when he gets his foot down on time and starts his swing, so much consistency, that bat stays in the zone for a long time, and he squares up the baseball a lot.
Christian Yelich in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Woo, he's the kind of starter that a lot of pitching coaches and managers as well really appreciate. Not a guy who's going to get himself into trouble by dancing around, by walking guys. Line drive ripped down the left side towards the left field corner. Around first and hustling for second. And he'll pull into second safely.
Clearly that was a solid double all the way. Nice swing of the bat right there, but that just can't happen on defense. Getting the ball back into the infield. You've got to make a decent throw your infielders can handle. Just gave him an extra 90 feet for free.
Jose Altuve up to hit here.
He's been on fire at the dish lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Just missed.
Yeah, he throws strikes, and he's got the command to be in the zone, be effective, but just moving the ball around, getting the ball back from the catcher, Boog, and throwing the pitch.
That's hard hit on the line. Marlowe makes the grab. Runner tag.
Hit that one pretty well. I think it would have been a lot more than a sac fly if not for getting the run in.
Here's Matt Olson down, the leading home run hitter in the American League. Hit hard but foul off to the left. It's an interesting thing when you consider limiting walks. Is it more important today because of how many home runs are being hit?
No doubt. Keeping players off the base paths with the way the swings and the launch angles are today, the emphasis of hitting home runs is so huge. It's never been more important.
Good job to fight that one off. And the righty deals. Outside corner, got him looking. But they push across 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and no one left on. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Guardians 1 and the Mariners. Back at T-Mobile Park. And on the hill, Tanner Bybee. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season. And when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
1-2.
Pitch misses outside. Ball 2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Goes down looking.
Boog, I wouldn't know personally unless you're going to consider my little league exploits, but it's got to feel good to break off a curveball like that and completely lock a hitter up, especially on the front door. Listen, I've been on the receiving side of that. It's not a good feeling, but that's really good pitching right there.
1 out, bases empty. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Next offering upstairs. And there's a ball.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. And now it's Julio Rodriguez.
It's been a tough stretch.
Runner on the go. And there's a foul ball. Slice to right and foul ball. Inside. Now 1 and 2.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand. Probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch. So got to stay ready for it.
On the ground to short, could be 2. The throw to second, not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. And up next for Seattle, Cal Raleigh. That's in there. That's strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Rodriguez off of first with 2 away. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. There's a ball. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Looks like they're trying to answer back on that run they gave up in the top of the first by being aggressive on the base paths. I like that, especially early in this ball game. Be aggressive while you can and see if it leads to some type of big inning.
The changeup missing, and the count 2-1. Runner at second, 2 down. And that's in for a strike. Got him. Inning over. No run. Back in Seattle, now the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. There's a strike.
0-1.
And that's a little bit high. 1-2 to count.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons he let it go by. He's still in the at bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
And it's filled up.
2 strike.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Just missed his spot on the inside right there.
Now Machado up here, and Cleveland on top 1-0. Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Next offering is in for a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
In the dirt. No outs. Runner on second. Cleveland up a run, looking for more. Started after it, appeal to first. And that's where the swing. It's a strikeout. Here's Carlos Correa.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Just one hit in his last 5 games.
Broken bat, rolling to first. Shenton. That takes care of Correa.
Good fastball in on the hands. Makes the swing a little defensive. Jammed him up right there.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. And a strike.
Felt impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, and you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
Fastball for a strike.
An at-bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
And that just misses.
And now a little barking back towards the umpire. Clearly thought he got that outside corner on what was a pretty big pitch. Sometimes that only makes it worse for you moving forward, but it can also open up that location in the future if the umpire thinks there's a chance that he missed it.
Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Polanco throws to first. That ends the frame. So it's no run. Bottom of the second. And now for Seattle, Isaac Paredes. Ball one there.
Ball.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
And a 2-1 hammered but foul. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Robles sizing this one up. And there's one down. And now the first baseman, Austin Shenton.
A lot of clutch hitting from him recently. Over the last 10 games, he's knocked in 10 runs.
No ball. 1 strike.
And a big swing and a miss.
0-2.
That missed by a lot. Going to count 1 and 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco. And first offering is fouled off. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Two ball. 1 strike.
2 outs, base is empty. Check swing, now an appeal to third. And he won around. Not an easy call there, but that. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. Wu back to work. Top of the zone for a called strike. Wong will handle the catching duties in this one, hitting ninth in today's lineup. And they traded for him earlier this year. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So now back to the top of the order. So the lineup flips over, and now the right fielder, Victor Robles, grounded out his first time. And that drops in for a strike. That one finds the corner. No balls, 2 strikes.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Inside, and it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. First and second, no outs. And a run scored. That's off the mark. The lead runner at second, Robles, at first with no outs. Base hit, left center field. Wong around third. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single. It's 2-0.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Next pitch is outside.
1-1.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one back there. It bangs off the wall. 1 run is in. Headed for the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. It's even better when it gets you extra bases. Gotta love looking in at your dugout and seeing your teammates fired up.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Matt Olson digs in for the Guardians. And that is in for a strike. 0-1. Runner at second. Nobody out. On the outside corner. That is strike 2.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Swing and a miss. Brian Wu went for strikeout. Woo, woo.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. You know, when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Smoked on the ground a second. Polanco tosses to first. And Ramirez is set down. Here's Manny Machado. Struck out swinging his first time. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Runner at third. 2 away. There's a swing and a drive. And that one is off the wall. In comes the run from third. He's in there.
Picks himself up an RBI. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
And here comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Ryan Wu is done, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment. A new arm into the game, the righty Gregory Santos.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. On the ground, right side to first, and Correa retired. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. So 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Guardians 5 and the Mariners nothing. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. And that one just missed off the outside edge.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
And he swings through that one.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. Oh, the throw is wild. He'll make it up to third, and I'm sure that'll be an error of the outfielder. So because of the injury, a replacement needed at third. Pinch running here, Dylan Moore. Here's the veteran shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
Fly ball to the outfield for a sac fly. Soft ground ball to the right side. Find a hole. He can attack this a few ways, but the one thing he can't do is strike out.
And first offering is fouled off. Crawford went deep in his most recent game. Next offering misses. 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Moore at third with nobody out. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Runner on at third, one gone. Swinging a foul straight back. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Breaking ball misses down and away. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Robles makes the play, and that should get the job done as he tags from third. He's in on the sac fly. It's 5-1.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Solano at the plate and takes high there.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in the last half of the third. swing and a high fly ball deep left field. Back there. That one is gone. An absolute smash to left. It's his 6th home run of the season, and they're chipping away. It's 5-2.
Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
Julio Rodriguez up next for the Mariners. There's the strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
And ball 1. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Line drive. Correa throws across the diamond. Rodriguez out on the play. Now into the ball game on defense. Dylan Moore. He takes over in right. Here's Cody Bellinger. Grounded out his first time up. Slider for a strike.
Here's something cool, Boog. When they finished building T-Mobile Park back in 1999, they actually opened it up in the middle of the season. I remember as a rookie with the Chicago White Sox, we opened the season at the Kingdome, and then when we came back later in the year, we were playing at T-Mobile Park. It's a beautiful place, great scenery from center field, and I always enjoyed playing here.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Runner on the move. Pitch outside. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And it drops in. Bellinger on his way home. He'll score. It's an RBI single. It's 6-2.
Well done. Drives in the run. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
And now it's Victor Robles up to hit. Throw to second. Tag. Out at second. One down, base is empty. In the air to left center. Arozarena moving under it. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 down. Now it's Christian Yelich. That's down and in.
1 ball, no strike.
And there's the strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 2-2.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
That's back-to-back singles for him. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know.
Yelich goes. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Out there. And that ends the inning. But they pick up one run on the RBI single. Now a 6-2 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. Isaac Paredes digs in now. He's 0 for 1. In for a strike. It's 0-1.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Late that time, and it's strike 2. The Guardians leading by 4. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next pitch is outside.
2-2.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, that high four-seam fastball, it's become such a staple as a strikeout pitch over the years. And what's so tough as a hitter is that you see it extremely well. The problem is the velocity and spin rate just happens to jump by you. You expand your zone, you don't stay tall on the backside, and you're really not even able to make contact. If you do, many times it's a pop-up.
And a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And it is 2-1. And that skips in the dirt. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Well, 2-out walks are never good, especially when you're trying to get back into that dugout. But he's still in a good spot. He's just got to refocus and deal with the bottom of this order.
Polanco in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. And that one hammered. That's back. And it's out of here. The 2-run shot, his 9th homer of the year, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 6-4.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
2 outs, nobody on. Dylan Moore up next for the Mariners. Lined into left center field, and that's going to fall for a hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the Guardians bullpen. Tanner Bybee gives way, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute. A.J. Puck will take over here.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing the work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit.
Now it's Randy Arozarena. Pitch misses inside, and that is ball 1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Yelich makes a nice running catch. 2 come in on this Seattle homer. It's a 2-run lead now at 6-4. You're dialed into the show. Ready now for the 5th inning. Now it's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Matt Olson. First pitch, and he just misses.
You know, these Guardians putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
Altuve leads off second with nobody out. That's a laser base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 3.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate and drove it up the middle. He let it travel just enough.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. Just missed. Nobody out. Runner at first. Squirts away a little bit to second, and he's out.
I appreciate wanting to move up there, but that ball didn't get very far away, and getting thrown out as a result, sometimes you can be too aggressive on the bases.
One down, base is empty. Check swing, and he went. 2 balls and a strike. Hammered down the right side, but foul. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're at the top of the 5th. That one the other way, and that's just foul. Well struck, right field. It has the distance, gone. His 11th of the year. It's 8-4. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Gregory Santos won't go any further. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Now on the bump, Trent Thornton.
Definitely a guy that pounds the strike zone, makes hitters earn their way on base, and rarely gets in trouble because of free passes.
Here comes Manny Machado. First offering in the dirt. There's a strike. Here's a 1-1. And that's in for a strike. Still only one out here in the inning. That's way outside. And it's 2-2.
Okay.
Stays alive. Swing and a ball hammered left field. And out of here. They go back to back and they add on. It's 9-4.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
One out, base is empty. Carlos Correa getting ready to hit. He's grounded out a couple of times. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Rodriguez drop step going back. Pulls it in on the warning track. Here comes Cody Bellinger. 1 for 2. Check swing, called strike. That one inside, and that's ball 1. And it stays fair. Around first, heading for 2. And that's a 2-bagger.
All over that one right there. He smashed that ball the other way and kept it fair down the third baseline. Did an excellent job of just throwing the barrel at the ball, even though he was a little late on it.
So runner at second, 2 down. Connor Wong digs in for the Guardians. Foul ball. And it's 1-1. To the right side. That's a base hit coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. He will score. And it's now a 6-run lead. So the Guardians lineup turns over. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Victor Robles. And there's the strike.
No ball. One strike.
Wong off of first with 2 away. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. Ow! And that'll end the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 10-4 score. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now it's the DH, Donovan Solano. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
So hard to touch. I mean, at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
So up next, Julio Rodriguez. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
Late on that fastball.
1 and 2.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. And they'll do it again. That one missed. Battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 outs, base is empty. Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1.
No strike.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
And another ball. There's a strike. Yeah, that's fouled off. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes, and it's a 3-up. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now it's the right fielder, Victor Robles. Thornton back to work. Bunt attempt, popped up, reaching for it, makes the catch. And now it's Christian Yelich. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. Upstairs, Yelich goes 6 feet 3 inches, 33 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Next offering is in for a strike. The Guardians up big in this one, and we're the top half of the 6th. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Rodriguez hauls it in, and there's 2 away. 2 down, bases empty. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. Right through there for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
That misses the zone, and 1-1. That's to third, but it kicks foul. And the sweeper is off the plate.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
That one off the bad part of the bat, just a lazy fly ball. And it falls. And that keeps the inning alive. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. Substitution now at first base. On to pinch run, Travis Bazzana. Runner on the go. Ball outside. Throw to second. Out at second. That ends the inning.
Well, trying to get into scoring position, but a great catch and throw to end the inning. That's the way to pick up the pitcher.
Now into the game, Travis Bazzana. He'll play second. Here's the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. 0 for 2 in this one. Late on that fastball.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Outside low, and the count is 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 2 strike.
Just off the outside edge. Out to short. Slings to first, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Austin Shenton up next for the Mariners. He is struck out and he is walked. First pitch misses.
1-0.
The Mariners with a lot of ground to make up here in the bottom of the 6th.
Ball 2.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. In there at the knees. 2-2 now. And there's a ball.
Strike.
Too high, and it's ball 4.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. A.J. Puck out of the game, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. So Cleveland brings on a new reliever, Jeremiah Estrada. Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days. Polanco now at the plate as he swings
No
through
ball.
strike
One
one.
strike.
Ooh, Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Down and in, a slider missed. Shenton stands at first with one out.
Ball. 2 balls. 1 strike.
Next
Ball
offering upstairs.
3-1.
Next offering is fouled back. Three and two now. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Almost a coin flip for the umpire in that call, but most umpires just don't want to give pitchers a break up in the zone like that.
And first offering is fouled off. And that's
1 ball,
downstairs
1
and
strike.
outside. One out. Runners at first and second. And that one's a little bit low. And it's 2-1.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Too low, and it's ball 3.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Swings and misses, and we're filled up.
3 balls.
Instead of letting the hitter
2
get his
strike.
arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. And stepping in for the Mariners, J.P. Crawford. And there's a strike.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Breaking ball inside. And now it's even 1-1. One out, bases full. Just missed.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the second out.
Boog, if you can set up a good two-strike splitter with the fastball on the previous pitch, it's going to be so tough to recognize and adjust your swing to get a piece of it. Clearly had him reaching for it right there.
Back to the top of the Seattle order. Now the left fielder, Randy Arozarena. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. And that is that. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Colin Snyder.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
The 1-0. And that one pulled foul. Swung on, belted, way back there. And that's going to bang against the wall. Around first and hustling for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Pitch was away, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch.
Here's Jose Ramirez. He's already homered here in this one. There's the strike, 95 of that one. That one fouled off. Swing and a miss. Strike came out. And now one away.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs.
And a rope into center field, base hit. Now a long throw home. But it's offline. It's 11-4. And here comes Carlos Correa. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Xavier Edwards, runner on first with one down for him. And a foul ball. Machado leads off first with one away. There's the sinker at the knees for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with two strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Fights it off, he'll see another. Next one misses, and the count 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now 2 out. And here comes Bellinger. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-0. One run across to the frame so far here in the top half of inning number 7. That one catches the zone. That's strike 1. That's down and in. Just missed. On the ground to first. And that one finds its way through. And now 2 aboard. And here's the catcher, Connor Wong. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. And that's off the outside edge. Ball one. First and second, 2 down.
Hey! 1-1.
And that misses. Now 2 balls and a strike.
2-1.
And that one upstairs. Can't make contact with the sweeper. 2 on, 2 outs. Wong checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. And he held up just enough. That's ball 4.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Looks like a pinch hitter for the Guardians. Adolis Garcia. Pressure spot for him. Bases loaded and 2 gone. And a strike in there. This one is blasted. A no-doubter. Grand slam. Home run number 10 on the year. It's 15-4. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Well, he comes through big time with the grand slam here, but you also got to give some credit to the guys ahead of him. Good at bats to get on base and really set the table for a very special moment in this one.
And here comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Colin Snyder won't go any further tonight. And as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. Taylor Saucedo on to pitch here.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Yelich stands in now and watches strike 1. And that one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. That one outside. And the count is 1-2. Yelich set down on strikes. But they leave their mark on the inning as we get another look at the grand slam. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. So remaining in the game defensively, Xavier Edwards taking over as the new shortstop now following his pinch hit appearance. Here's Donovan Solano. He's already homered in this game.
Now pitching for the Guardians, number 50, Orion Kirker.
There's a strike. Movement in the pen for the Guardians. Griffin Jacks getting ready to go. Holton also throwing. Popped up right side. Bazana makes the catch, and there's one gone. Julio Rodriguez up next for the Mariners. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
That misses, and that's ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a grounder foul first base side. Up the middle. And there's a hit.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
And first offering is fouled off.
No. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Foul ball there. Way high there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rodriguez over at first with 1 away. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. That's a little high, and the count's full. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
First and second, 1 out. Isaac Paredes now at the plate. Gets the call. Strike 1.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to finish off this hitter.
And that is out of play.
A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate. Bet the hands are still stinging after that one.
Up and in. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout, but no advance from the runners.
Well, you see him trying to pull that inside pitch right there, and that's not the kind of approach that you want to have. Even if you do get to it, it's going to be very difficult to keep it fair. You're just going to make it a long strike at best. You have to be able to stay within the baseball on the inside of that path to it, and that way, if you're a little quick, the ball gets hit hard somewhere, and it's not foul.
Here's a 1-1. And it's fouled away. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. The throw in. Slides his head in there. Save. It's 15-5. So 2 on with 2 away. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Jorge Polanco. Manager out of the dugout now. And on the mound now, Griffin Jacks.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
2 on, 2 outs. just
No, that's a ball.
missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swings through that one out in front that
2
time.
balls, 2 strikes.
2 aboard, 2 outs. Just inside, and now it is filled up. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Ground ball, Olsen. He'll do it himself. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No, I wouldn't. Even on the road trips, I was, pretty average. There were some guys that would dial it up, and there'd be some outfits where you're kind of double taking and saying, where in the world are you going? But overall, I'd say I kept it low key.
Just missed. Yeah, you see some guys into the fashion nowadays and big on the gram, as the kids like to say. Post their fits, right? That's what you say?
Is that what it is?
It's a fit. Your fit, your outfit, your fit.
Got a little drip around the neck, too.
Yeah, believe it. Scale of 1 to 10, how old do we sound right now?
Really old, like close to Social Security benefits.
Yeah. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Olsen stands in here, leaves that one off the inside.
Ball, low.
Runner at first with no outs here. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. And up next for Cleveland, Jose Ramirez. Just missed.
1 ball.
First and second here, no outs. There's a strike at the knees. And that one is lifted in the air. Rodriguez sizes this one up. Makes the catch. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline. Safe at third. Manny Machado up to the plate.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Very high with that one. Ball 1. Runners at the corners, 1 away. And we're in the top of the 8th. And another ball.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
2-1.
That one ripped left field. Could be extra bases. In comes the run from third to add on. Rosarena gets it in. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across on the play. So 1 out with 2 aboard. Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here. Struck out swinging his first time. And that one is downstairs. And that is ball 1. Swing and a ground ball. And it goes just foul. This one in the dirt, and well done to keep it close. 2 on, 1 out.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
And foul ball. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Olsen, the runner at third. Machado at second with 1 away.
That's a ball. 3-2.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Rodriguez settles under it, drops into the glove. Runner tags from third. The relay to the plate. It's off the mark, and he scores.
In that situation, you're looking to get something up in the zone that you can put in the air. Worst case scenario, a sacrifice fly to drive in that runner from third.
Cody Bellinger will hit next. Just a slow ground ball this time. And he'll just eat it. That's an infield single.
The batter, the catcher, Connor.
So they're at the corners now. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Connor Wong. Ball 1, no strikes. Corners are occupied with 2 down. High fly ball out towards left field. Way back there. And gone. Home run number 10 on the year, and they boost their lead. It's 20-5.
Really great job of anticipation there. He knows he throws the sinker. That one down in the zone. You're trying to beat it to the spot it's getting to. Well, he won.
Manager out of the dugout now. Gabe Spire takes over on the mound. He's into the game with the bases empty. Stepping up for the Guardians, Adolis Garcia. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
That pitch just misses the inside corner. 1-2 to count. That one missed. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. There's a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-2.
That one off the mark, and it's 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. Fights that one away, still 1-2. That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper. And down on strikes. And that's the first out. J.P. Crawford up next for the Mariners. 1 for 3. The shortstop takes the ball. The Guardians up big in this one. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. On the corner for a strike. Next offering upstairs. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So that will bring up the top of the order with one away.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
That's the ball.
In the dirt. To second, and he's out.
Kind of a tough read for the base runner right there. You're usually trying to be aggressive on balls in the dirt, try to get into scoring position. But if it doesn't get away very far, or you can't tell how far it is, most catchers are going to get to it and throw you out at the base. And right there, excellent job by the catcher. He helps out his pitcher big time.
2 outs. And now it's even up.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. On to first, and it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. And we're back. Here's the left fielder, Christian Yelich. And that one is inside ball 1. Spire goes 5 feet 11 inches. He features a 4-seam fastball, a sinker, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. Quick recovery from the misplay pays off for the out. Travis Bazzana digs in for the Guardians. The walk and a run scored his first time. That's in for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away here at the top of the 9th. Hit in the air, right field. Moore. He makes the grab. Out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Matt Olson. They say you win.
0-1.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Not close with that one. Now 1-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Back at T-Mobile Park, bottom of the 9th. Now it's the Mariners DH, Donovan Solano. Jacks back to work. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 1.
1 strike.
Just missed.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Up the middle, Edwards. The throw to first. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. Julio Rodriguez up next for the Mariners. That's through there for a strike. The M's with a lot of ground to make up here in the last half of inning number 9. That's off the inside corner, and the count even 1-1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
And there's a ball. And it remains 2-2. One down, base is empty. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Manager out of the dugout now.
Pitching for Cleveland, number 48, Emmanuel Clase.
Count's full.
Oh, the adrenaline's pumping right there.
Home run number 15 on the year. It's 20-6.
He ran the count full and saved his best swing for last. That was a battle, and he won. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
And now the switch hitting catcher, Cal Raleigh. That one in triple digits.
0-1.
And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. Swings and misses. Down to the last out for the Mariners. Isaac Paredes digs in now. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. And that's way high. And the count is 1-1.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Clase is just one strike away. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. 2 outs.
2-2.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
Well, this one ends in a blowout for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.